7 Heartfire, Day 23. I've been told by some locals that the traitor Pemini has a bounty on her head, and should not be trusted. Erlendil failed to create the potions he promised, instead he asked for even more Nirnroot. Now Erlendil wants me to bring him 15 pieces of Nirnroot. I agreed and hope to get a proper reward this time. Surain Leorian suggested I see La Rose Yvain at the Caldera Governor's Hall and learn the Detect Enchantment spell. It shows where enchanted items are, both in enemies, and in hidden locations. Chavis told me that if I ever harm another Seeker, even if I were unaware that the individual was in fact a Seeker, I would immediately be expelled from the group with no chance of making amends. Chavis Lorekeeper has asked me to fetch him a copy of The Heavy Burden of Atherol. This shouldn't be hard to find, since that's such a popular book. I brought the book to Chavis Lorekeeper, and he was pleased to see I'm serious about joining his group. Chavis Lorekeeper wants a Mercoin to analyze, since he has never seen a real one before. I gave a Mercoin to Chavis. He was more than pleased to hold it in his aging hand. The true Seeker wants me to convince his friend Himdraith to stop writing poetry. I hope I can do this. I have met a orc named Moggrishug in Caldera. She has been working for Hotlismod the Armorer. She is not welcomed by anyone in town, not even the orcs at Garak Manor. She wants to leave the town and work for the Legion but does not have the drakes to get a weapon to use to get to Nissus. She asked me to get her a iron war axe from Hotlismod. Hotlismod refused to sell me any axes as he has seen me talking to Moggrishug. Moggrishug asked me to report the situation to Cunius Belilius. Elkanah is a very intriguing woman. She seems to want to tell me some important things, but feels that she shouldn't. I think she'll loosen up when she gets to know me better. Cunius Belilius told me that he will not bother with such rubbish. I have agreed to deliver a message, for a rather low price, but it seemed to be an urgent matter. Also, I'm very curious about her. I think she knows something very important. Perhaps there will be other rewards along the way, as Elkanah says. I shall escort Moggrishug safely to Balmora. I have escorted Moggrishug to Balmora. She will now catch a Silt Strider and go to Nissus and join the Legion. I've been told by a citizen of Dagonfell that a Nord named Garrick Blightborn is seeking to hire adventurers to clear his family's tomb of monsters. Perhaps if I have the time, I should seek him out. At Dagonfell, one of the locals told me that a Bosmer named Fargan is claiming to have found the location of a mythical Daedric ruin. This Fargan character is supposedly renting a room at the end of the world. I've heard rumor in Dagonfell that there is a wondrous helm to be found in the ruins of Onisiralis. It is a large Daedric shrine far to the north of Vardenfell, west of a place called Vass. It's been suggested I seek out the brothers Norvain, who have left recently to investigate the ruins.
And so welcome back to the adventures of Shiaryu and her friends here in Dagonfell, in one of the new abandoned shack interiors which I added to the very scenic mod which is called Epic Dagonfell, that, like all the mod of the series, is a fantastic mod but with a little big problem. I think that some of the doors are just fake doors and not really leading to some real place, and this is something that doesn't work well in Morrowind, I think, because one of the best things about Morrowind is that you can go just anywhere you want, usually, And so I did just add the missing interiors for these shacks and these doors. I did this thing here in Dragonfire and under the scar, because the other mods, the complete mods, were too much for me to to handle, and because these are the two places that I like most and that are more mergeable with the rest of my modded Morrowind, and I think that's much better. They now are better integrated in what the game is. And we are here with a lot of quests, potential quests to do, but I don't think I will try and do one of them immediately, because I have recently tested it, and I think it needs at least a player level about 15 or 20 to be done without cheating. And it's the Legend of Kimua mod, because there are enemies at that kind of level, so probably it will have to wait. Anyway, what I did is move the island included in the mod south of Portal Vanis, so it is more compatible than the original position, which was conflicting with part of Tamriel Rebuild. And so I think now the mod can be used also if you are using Tamriel Rebuild. And if you want, the ESP replacer is available in my site, so you just install the mod and then use the replacer instead of the original ESP mod. I briefly tested it, so I'm not 100% sure everything is working, but it should. And so that's a very nice mod, recently added during the latest Morrowind Modding Madness competition. And another one mod, very nice mod, which I just added and just tested, is another Dwemer Ruins. I don't remember the name because I have problems just with the pronunciation with Dwemer Ruins, but it's Dwemer Ruins sort of moved between Laod and the Tamriel Rebuild western coast, and so you have to go there by swimming or by water walking or by flying, and there's a big quest before going there, and probably we already started it, but I did test the mod a little more, and I think you have to be also level 15 about, or have strong companions helping you, or strong magic, because that's a difficult point for a low level character, all in all. And there was also a little problem, but it's being already fixed by the authors. Mod was no more compatible with the latest version of the Morrowind scripting standard, because one of the functions calls is handle him in a different way now, and so the mod was not really working. There was one of the quests blocked, but now the mod has been updated, so there should be no more problems. And it's a fantastic mod, really nice to play, and also to have the loot when you end the mod. It's something unique. Another little problem I had with it is it is not compatible with the standard version of Morrowind Acoustic Overhaul. You have to use the special patched version, which is not stopping the sound, and this is something really useful also for compatibility with other mods. But all in all, I think it's a must-have, because it's really one of the best mods released, I think, in the latest 2 or 3 years. And that's one thing that is absolutely incredible inside. I don't want to spoil until we play it, but really I was impressed by this thing. And so these are the couple new mods I recently added and that I like to play, but maybe when Shiayu is a little more leveled up, because she's still level 4 or 5, so it's a little too soon for this mod. Anyway, we are in Dragonfell. I have also companions, so I should have some help doing some little quest here. So I think I will try to help local people getting rid of necromancers here. I think there are a couple of necromancers. One is from the original Morrowind story, and one is added by the Epic Dragonfell mod. So we have a couple of necromancer if you want to help local people and get some reputation. So I think I will just go out of here, and oh, look at this, full moons. Also, I just love this, the combination between the Epic Dragonfell mod and the scripting by QQQBBB of the dimmer lights, which are blinking like very old things from the past. They still work, but some of them are not working so perfectly, and I think this a nice scenic touch to have these dimmer lights blinking. Anyway, I just love this big moon here. Let me take a screenshot. Hahaha! One of the best Morrowind playthrough. Have you ever thought about creating a Morrowind mod pack similar to MGSO but more for land masses? That's a very big problem with making mod packs like this. That's the permission part, and this is a #1 problem, because even doing all the permission hunt and there are still mods where you really cannot find the original authors or have clear directions about it, and this is problem number one. Problem number two is that it will be a very big package, and I don't think I have the energy to do something like this, because I technically already done it for myself, but mods are not so very well distinct by type. They are sort of ordered mostly by loading order and compatibility rules. So maybe it would be a little difficult to make a package where you can just choose, I want this one mod but not this one. So that thing could be a little hard to do. It could be done more or less like a big compilation of package for mesh installers or things like this, where people could have everything already installed, or decide to install in the proper mode, but a lot of work, and really just thinking about the work to reach every author and talk about the mission, really not something I want to even try myself. It could be a community project, so if people could go and look for permission, it would be a great help for things like this. But I don't think it will ever happen with such a big project. I've seen already similar things starting to be done with compilation of mods to be able to play on multiplayer using the fork of Open Morrowind, but they don't really respect the model permission, so I don't know what to think about them, because I'm for the open cathedral mentality, but it is good to respect what the community has respected so far in all this year. That's one of the reasons that Morrowind is still being modded, I think. So I don't know. Maybe if other compilation like this will become available, maybe one day, but not something I want to try and do by myself, because I really hate to go hunting for permission first, and it's a whole lot of work to do something like this. Anyway, in theory it's a good idea, especially nowadays that new engines are being developed. There is Open Morrowind in development. There are hopefully in a few times there will be a new version of the Morrowind scripting standard, which should be much more faster, because people working on it. And so, well, never say never. I would really be happy to be part of it, but not be the one doing it, because I did it with a smaller project, which is a Sustain Overhaul project, but it's a lot of work, even just trying to mod the Blood Moon part of the game. So not something I think one person could do easily. Anyway, I'm trying to talk about the mod with which I am using, and that can be made compatible, just tweaking some things in the construction set. And so I'm trying to show everybody that it's really possible to do things like this. So everybody interested in it can do it. For instance, this is one of the teleportation crystal added by the Heavish mod, which which was in and I'm dead. I'm talking and I forget about defending from the bats. So to make the mods compatible each other, I had to move these crystals. It is something that requires a little knowledge about scripting, because they are scripted to appear in some places, but nothing really that some user of the construction set could not do by themselves. So really there are very few cases where making mods compatible is requiring a lot of knowledge. It is just a matter of time and loving the mods you want to have in your game, like this one. This is from R0, Nocturnal Moths. Anyway, what I was trying to do is get this necromancer that should... Let me check if this NPC can tell me something about Dragonfell. Latest rumors. I think he's from MCA. Doesn't know a lot about Dragonfell. Let's try and talk with.
I think it would be best if you leave now.
Another from some mod. I'm not sure. They should talk about these necromancers.
Speak up.
Good evening.
I don't remember if I already did the quest, but I don't think so. Here are a lot
quick and many
of sailors. Dragonfell. No. Oh, latest rumors. That's right. It's true. No more rumors. I'm still experimented with one little change I did about how the random filter in dialogues is handled. So now it's changing every time you open some dialogue. So this way you have different rumors every time you press latest rumors. And well, I'm not sure it's really something working every time, but so far I think it's better.
May the wind be on your back.
Let's try asking here.
What's your story?
Welcome to Dragonfell. So, events. There's a lot of things to talk about. Oh, necromancy. Oh, here it is. Oh, the hardest dungeon. I have no really idea, because I have a lot of mods which in theory are targeted for a post-mine quest game, or even post-tribunal. Mods suggested to be used for a level 40, 50 character, so probably there are still a lot of dungeons which I did not yet explore, requiring a high level character. I can say that usually in my experience, when a character is developed about 30-40 level, it is very hard to find a place that you cannot win, but I don't really. I think in my experience the hardest dungeon I ever played is still the Blood Moon final part of the quest, where you have to combat with a lot of werewolves. But I think also it was because there was a little bug in how the werewolves' strength and hand-to-hand power was handled by the Morrowind Code patch in that particular period, because they were killing machines and overpowered, like it was impossible to kill them from the near distance. So the only way I managed to kill them was from far, and with the powers of magic and things like this. I don't remember well, but it was a sort of a bug in one of the first version of the patch, because I think there was a multiplier for the werewolves' hand-to-hand strength that was making them one hit or one dead, regardless of your player level. So, but this thing has been fixed, so probably now it's more balanced. But all in all, I think, for instance, I was talking about the mod, about the latest mod with this Flindar Argonian character and this Dreamer Ruin we must explore, and there's a point that I think could be played by a 15-20 level character, because it's a hard fight for a level 4, level 5 mage and so these things like this. But really I'm not so experienced with the high level playthrough with dungeon requiring level 40, level 50 and things like this. I think my the one character save that I have is my higher level is about 40, so I restarted probably before doing really the hardest dungeons in my loading list. Anyway, I want to get information about this necromancer. One is called Sacred Raven and should be in a tower to the east of the town. And there should be another one, but I don't see topics about it. So, oh, maybe this one. Gadavos Saville. He's been hiding here since he was chased out of the Mages Guild in Vivek City. Okay, can find his dwelling in the ruins southeast of the watchtower. So maybe he's not a necromancer, but still a mage that was fleeing from the Mages Guild, and he's now hidden in the new ruins, the new Dreamer ruins added by the... Oh, and this is another very nice mod. Adding these barns all around, wonderful, so you can just spend a night here if you want. It's a nice place. But before spending the night, I think Sharyu will try and find where this one of these mages is hidden, and we will try take a look at this wonderful epic ruins just nearby. Oh, and we can just find some more loot. I have friends, so maybe I can also. I'm risking a little, yeah. So I think I will just drop things. Oh, and I found something really precious while just playing a little. I found my special bag of holding, which I added to the level list in the CDC containers mod, which is a sort of a variation of the bag of holding. It is not limitless, but still able to carry a lot of things. So it's maybe sort of cheat, but not really, because you can find it only once, and if you are very lucky, you find it in any place. It's level of loot, but it's a level of list thing that it's removed after you find it the first time, so you cannot find two. You can find it if you are lucky at level 5, at level 6, but if you are not, you can find it much later. Anyway, I've been lucky and found it. So this thing should really help carrying things even more than companions, because I think it is not really you cannot carry everything, but it is very big, so it's really helping carrying things like this. The scrap metal, which is very heavy. So the classic bag of holding, sort of, from Dungeons and Dragons, with our beloved icons from the CDC containers mod. Containers. And so, for now, I have sold my pack rat obsession to carry everything. And we can just try and go exploring here. But I'd better use the probes because I have this mod which is adding traps to a lot of Dreamer containers, and it's always risky to not use probes. And we are already being attacked by this poisonous Dreamer spiders. Oh, luckily I have good companions for this. And also I want to show you this this version of the Daedric, or the Daedric summon weapons, which is inspired
Surrender your life to me
the
and I
more
will
recent
end your
version
pain.
of the bound weapons.
You're growing
This sort of effect, which is well, not really the same as the more recent games, but it's something similar. And all in all, I think it's much better because it's a way to have some variety about the Daedric weapons, so you can more easily mark the difference between the usual Daedric weapons and the magical summoned ones. Anyway, we are here in this interior added by the Epic Dragonfire mod. This cave, this Daedric cave. And we will try to enter the... now that this all the spiders are gone, but probably this will be... oh, and this is Galavis Savel's tower. So this is the tower of one of these two necromancers, I think. Well, this one is a mage, so we don't know yet if he is a necromancer, but he's sort of wanted in Vivac, so probably something like a necromancer or a technomancer, something like this. But the problem is to enter here. I don't think it's something easy for Shiayu from her level 4. But first thing first, let's look for trap 2 complex. So this is one hint that it will not be easy to open this door. And I'm of course using the option of the Morrowind patch to hide level of traps, to hide traps if you don't use probes, and also lock levels. You just have a message that it's too difficult to open, but you don't really know how difficult it is. So I think we should try to find a key. And oh, I have a lot of hawkshaw rings, and I think these rings are really great because this is a kind of enchantment that's very cheap, so you can buy these rings or find them easily, and they are useful to look for keys. And having more than one is the way to go, so you always have a cheap way to look for keys. And I think I need some way to fly here. I should have a power called Winds of Oblivion from a mod adding power to the signs, the game sign, and this is one of the most useful power of the Atronach sign, if I recall correctly. That's allowing me to fly for a long time, once in a day. It is really not perfect because you have some bad draining effect, but all in all it's more than useful. So let's look for a helmet, and we have a key, but a rusty key. Oh, but I found very nice loot here. Some glass boots and the great cuirass and other armor pieces, which I can actually take more easily now that I have that magical bag of holding. Okay, so we found a key. I don't think it's the right one, but never say never. I will just explore more while I have still the levitation effect available. And well, let's try again. Oh, there's still a key here.
The stage is set for fairyland.
Maybe this thing is not updated. I'm not sure the spell detection is updated when you actually get the key. Probably not. Oh, a chest. Oh, no more flying.
Die!
is cold and summer gets really in the eye of
Ah, Ulu. Then.
I think I have some levitation potion, hopefully. So I think I will just open for some of these containers, old containers, and keep using a more powerful bag of holding in the future, but for now I have still them. And I will also stash some ingredients. And use the boots of blinding speed to explore a little more of this place. Oh, nice loot here. We might be a
I could kill that ghoul.
better use.
So ruined.
It's better use a probe. Oh, it's trapped. So I could try and break this thing. I will try bashing it, but I'm not strong enough to bash this. This is a variation of the bashing mod, I think, by I don't remember the author, but I tweaked the mod a lot. So really, I think the original author was Lainora, but this is a very different version now. You can find it in my site, I think. There's also a recent good one released by Great and Sound, I think, a bashing mod. I think there are more or less with the same features, these two mods, and they are really great if you are more a warrior than a thief or a mage. You can bash a lot of things, but you need to be usually very strong for this to be effective, and I don't think I have some really helpful potion for it. Maybe some amulet. I really need some potion for this thing, and I don't think I have some. No potion of strength. Oh, and I want to show you one thing, why the CDC containers are still worth having, even if you are using the more recent containers like Written 7. And the one thing is that you can put containers inside other containers, which is one thing that you absolutely cannot do if you are using the more recent mod. Anyway, I want to open this thing, but I don't really know why, because Shiari is not a good thief. She's a good mage, but still a low-level good mage, so she's missing tools for opening hard locks, and I think I will just try that key. If we are lucky, it could be the right one.
This calls for a subtle touch.
I don't think so, but never say never.
Arthur Worthing Rock!
Telekinesis and a glass lantern. So telekinesis probably can help with this thing. I cannot enter, but drop him down. Cannot enter, but I have a telekinesis potion.
You will die!
So we have some crates, ooh, and the chest, but chest is probably Oh, let's try and see what happens. Cannot really touch things. I need more powerful telekinesis for this to work. No, I will come back maybe when I have more powerful spells or enchantments, but for now cannot really enter there.
Let's go. Willpower to find us out with this.
Great Dathila Fearless.
So cross your fingers, shall I use? Wow, that's a Reiki! Where are my companions? But I need to remember to remove my boots of blinding speed because they are not good. Oh, my friend. Oh, come on. Must use Malayan teleportation mode to fish my companion. How are you, Lutien? Where is Constance? Okay, so... Hey, companion! And we'll also call for Constance.
I can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
Where is she? Oh, she is trying.
May I help you?
Constance is not really
I'm listening.
easy to manage because she has an older school script that's not really working
What can I do for you?
perfectly with the Malayan automatic transportation. So every now and then she's sort of lost, but it's very easy to reset her script. So you just click her, open the console and type start combat player, and this is one trick that works with a lot of companions when they sort of act strangely because the AI is trying to jump between sides and it's not working right. This way usually you can reset the AI and then they work. You must just pay attention that sometimes they keep on trying to attack the player. Usually they don't, but sometimes they keep on attacking. And in this case you have to be faster giving the stop combat command, so your other companions don't try to kill her, and so that's one thing but it's not difficult to do. So first this command, start combat player, and this way she's trying to attack the player, and she should just stop doing it after 1 second.
Fetcher.
If she doesn't stop, you must type also stop combat. But usually it just works this way. Or you can try to hit her with your bare hands. That's another way. But it's much easier to use the console. And now she should be
I'm listening.
ready to follow. Let's go, Constance. And Lutien here is from the MCA companions. I tweaked the MCA companion script a lot, so they follow a little better. But every now and then also these companions are a little wonky. So every now and then the star combat player is your best friend when you have a companion alone. And this thing
And
is
what do we have here?
also closed. Hello, UE Enterprise. Grumpy's companion. Yes, I think it's a prototype script for the majority of the more popular companion mods. There are some things that are a little, how can I say it, not so up to date in Grumpy's scripts, but his scripts have the great things about Grumpy scripts, I think, is that they've been the first trying to doing by scripts the same things that the EI, the standard game EI, is trying to do. That is trying to follow the same exact path that the player did follow, and this is something that it's really a very nice idea, because this way usually the companions don't how can I say it, they don't remain inside the other walls and rocks and trees, which is something that can happen if you use different ways of moving the companions, like putting the companion just behind the player or half the way between the player and so on. The way Grumpy scripts work is trying to doing exactly how the normal game EI is doing, just tracking the exact points where the player already has been. So this way they are trying to avoid companions stuck inside rocks and inside walls, and this is a thing that it is still very smart nowadays. And I think that a good compromise is to use Grumpy's method, and when it doesn't work because the companion is hanging too much distant, then you can use a different method and just calculate move the companion midway. Companion may be inside the wall, but the important thing is that your companion is placed nearby, because if companion remains in another cell, then you need absolutely need a Morrowind script extender to be able to fetch it and make the companion appear while the player.
See you dead.
And this is one thing that at the time of Grumpy scripts was not well developed, and my other companion here is really not so smart, so luckily we can fetch her. Constance, please try to avoid lava. Oh well, if you believe, I'm sure he could be just watching. I think he's watching all of the Dark Elf guy shows. I'm not really a believer, but if it is something, if something exists, well, it's a one nice thing to imagine, a paradise for modders. But I think in any case it is still something that will be remembered about one person, what he gave to other people, and so this is an important thing regardless of religion or an afterlife and things like this, because a part of Grumpy is still here with us and giving us some kind of nice vision and enjoyment. And this is for all people who give something artistic or can give others enjoyment. I think maybe a film, it may be a book, it may be a game. You remember people for good time they can give you. And Constance, I think my best contribution for this kind of scripts has been to script her and also the MCA companion to be able to travel real time with the player while riding the Sistrader, while riding a boat and a gondola. I think this is my contribution to the scripting of Grumpy's companions. I think Grumpy's and Emma first mod using Grumpy scripts must be called something like I don't remember well. Blade Quest, I think it's called Blade Quest. But probably about 14 years ago or things like this. Okay, so a ladder smells like the vault door to the Galavas Savil's Tower. So let's be prepared for another battle. And talking about ramping, I think more recently, but we have another modder. I still hope he's not so. He's just unable to mod anymore, but still alive. But we don't really know very well. But probably the author of a couple of recent mods like Love in the Dedrick era and another mods that he was working on. I don't know. Modder just disappeared because he had serious health problems, and we all hope that he really is still with us, but I fear also that that's another model that is no more with us. So play the mods, because there are a lot of people that enjoyed it, making mods, and it's a way to remember also the few people that are no more playing with us. So I should have a key, but probably my mod is closing the door. And if you are playing with my mod, which is sort of closing randomly some dreamer doors and so on, that's an easy way that if you, out of curiosity, you want to know if the doors is closed by some other mods or by the original Morrowind, or if it is closed by this dynamic mod, and you can just cheat once in a while and use this command, get a level. If you have the proper Morrowind scripting external installed, which is required by the mod, you should see the lock level is about is ending with a 9. That's a sign that the door has been locked dynamically by my mod, because this way it's easier for the mod to work, and also you can just understand if the mod is working as intended. Yes, I think one of the reasons for Morrowind to be so long-lived is the construction set, because the Morrowind construction set is still a good compromise between something easy to use and something powerful. Probably more recent games by Bethesda are very powerful tools, but they are not so easy to use. They require more powerful computers to be used in a fast way, while the construction set is old and it's very fast if you use it with modern computers. So it's easy to learn, it's easy to use, it loads very fast, and there are also tons of other tools which can help with developing mods. So it's a way to approach modding that's not so hard to learn like with more recent Bethesda games or other kind. And so that's a reason why probably a lot of people start modding and find it really a game in the game. But I hope that the future of RPG games especially will be more and more games based on modding, of things that people will be able to change in the game, because I think that's the future for, especially for RPGs which are not meant to be played like a multiplayer, which has some limits in my opinion compared to the not multiplayer RPG, which is essentially that you cannot really limit what other human people do in your multiplayer games, or you have a lot of people jumping around or running like something that really for instance, I like the Elder Scrolls Online for how I can see Tamriel, but I really cannot stand all these people around doing things ruining my immersion. So I think probably people who like more playing standard RPG with no multiplayer will more and more appreciate games giving you something like the construction set, which you can use to add to the world, and make it more and more a world like you see in your imagination. Anyway, time to try and open this thing. Now that I'm sure that it's close by my mod, I know I need something to open it, and I still lack an opening spell, something here you must buy, hopefully, now that I have an armor to sell, but for now I have problems opening this thing. So let's try again. Bashing.
Throw up 10.
Cannot even hit it. It's too high. No. Oh, I can look if I have some scroll to open the door, but I think I have an answer. No way. So for now, let's see if we have a mark we can use. So we'll mark this place and come back when I have a way to open this closed door. And as you can see, this little mod is just making things a little harder, because you never know when you can find something trapped or some door closed. because we have found the key for the main door, but my mod is adding a locked door right there. Ooh, and a trap here, as you can see. This was unexpected, but luckily Shiayu is resistant to a lot of magic. But really, if you like this kind of challenge, this mod is really adding.
There is no escape!
One of the things that happened to me recently using the mod, which is very rare but really nasty, and I like it, is one of the chests was trapped with a paralyzation trap with a new option that also was spawning some enemies when you are paralyzed, and something that a normal game does not add. And this is really making things a little more interesting. Anyway, we try to enter that tower and found a closed door. So I think Shiayu will try the other tower where the other necromancer should be. It should be not far from here. Oh, and one thing I did, the first enchanted thing done by Shiayu is this restore fatigue ring, which is useful. So we are looking for another tower nearby. I don't really like the sound of the footsteps when you have a pair of shoes. Something that I think I will change in the Morrowind acoustic overall. Because this was a tweak that I already did for the original version of the script, but recently I had to change revert to another different version because it was more compatible with one of the mods. But I really miss this fix because I think the script are not really using correct sound for shoes, because it sounds more like some kind of armor, but really not something impossible to fix. But for now, maybe
This is going to be fun.
I think I will disable the sounds if possible. The feet sounds. maybe it can be done. There should be somewhere a way to set up this thing.
This is too easy.
While my companions are delving with the rats. Also, I have some configuration things here, but I see no. If I recall correctly, the Morrowind acoustic overall setup is down from a scroll, so maybe I have it here, or here, I think here. Oh, here it is. Morrowind acoustic overhaul configuration. So adjust PC sound settings. Oh, player foot sounds. I will set them off for now until I found a better suite of boots. Let me check. So now I should have my original Morrowind sounds back for fit. Much better. Also now I can really set the footsteps volume. Oh, Constance, really? She is not following very well.
Sacritus!
Let's go. Please follow more closely. Can I tell her to follow closely? No. And also better. Heal?
Move. Ixi. Anna.
No, but she's fine. So, let's see. We go up this way. Closed. Oh, no mage. Cargo grow bulk. Hey there, pilgrim. I was just thinking about my friend old Pop, yeah? What, you showed up? He be an old friend of mine since last time I visited Vodafone. And so he died and was buried in a tomb near Begonfahar. Sending ancestral tomb. And he's a Nork, especially strong with the hand-to-hand combat.
A strange orc living in the abandoned tower near Dagonfell heard his friend Pop J.E. died recently. Kargal Grossbogat thinks he was buried in the Sanim ancestral tomb in the Shiagarad region but is not sure where that is. If I discover Pop Je's body, I should check for an amulet that Kargal gave Pop Je. If I show this amulet to Kargal, he will reward me with a free training session in unarmored combat.
Not sure I can take this, because Stories of Vanine is probably from the Vanine mod, but not sure. Well, I will save before trying to get this. It should not be something you must really steal if the mod is made properly, because it's a sort of introduction to the mod, I think, but never say never. So we have a new quest, I think. We must find the rests of Popye, and this is probably added by some mod, but I'm not sure. It could be also an original quest coming from Morrowind, because I remember this I think Ashes of Popye
Kill that girl.
was something present in original Morrowind, which is a sort of tribute to
There's someone watching me.
a member of the original forums which died and has been he has this small thing dedicated to him inside the game, and I think I found them already in some tomb, so maybe I have them stashed somewhere, or even I could have them inside some of these sacks. I think I have them inside probably a sack in the Balmora Mages Guild, but I'm not sure about it. Probably yes, I have them there. But we have a quest where
There's someone watching.
we
I can tell.
give them to his friend Hawk, and well, I don't think I have them here, so maybe next time when we go back to the Mages Guild, probably. So for now I was hoping to find the other Necromancer, but there is this nice orc here, but no Necromancer. So this is not the right tower, probably, and I like to get this book. I will try to get it. Uh-oh. Oh, but he's not really angry. So, all in all, he's still talking about this Popye and willing to help us. Oh, another trap! Crap. This time I think I'm dead.
Exceed. Honor.
And as you can see, never forget about using your probe, because a lot of doors can be trapped. That is, if you are using this nasty mod of mine, which is adding traps and locks to a lot of doors and chests and arms and things like this. So we know we can take this book, which is describing this Varnheim island, another big mod, but we must pay attention while using this door. So not trapped this time, it seems, because it's something random really, but it's closed. So really I'm not. Things to open this shop, best thing I can do is just go back to the Mages Guild and spend the night there and hopefully buy some open spell and come back here. Maybe with this pop, yeah. Yeah.
Where's that slave? You're not
Ashes
hungry.
for the orc. So let's try some recall. Let me check. So I have Andrew, Havish, and the Azura retreat. I will just teleport back to Havish because I have free transportation from there to a lot of places. Because you helped.
Well, hello there. A pleasure to meet you.
The new Mages teleportation network from Havish to Valufal, and so she has free access to a lot of destinations like Balmora, but not only Balmora. This is Yog mod Havish, which is really useful to travel around if you manage to do this quest. And back we are to Balmora, Mages Guild. What time is it? Ooh, late. But first thing I want to check is if I have this thing. Oh no, I don't have that. I have Ashes of Lord Brim, but I don't have Ashes of Pop, yeah? So must visit another tomb, Senim Ancestral Tomb, in the Shirgora region, but no idea exactly where. So, not easy. But I should have something to sell and maybe be able to buy
Lawman of House Galvani, what can I do for you?
Sweet.
Over there. That's me.
So let's try and sell this thing. I have also found this nice set of alchemy equipment. So we talk with Galbidr, trying to sell her this kind of armor. Ooh, another Hawk Show ring. As you can see, they are very cheap. 2 pieces of gold for a detect key spell is really something you should buy. And we can sell this ring. This is a nice helmet, but it is a little heavy. Oh, I will keep it. Let's see. Okay, so I think I have some more money.
Over there. That's more.
These things I cannot sell for now. Brimmer things, Brimmer coins. I need a special special member of the Dreamer Society to sell these things. And oh, steel. I'm still encumbered, so let's use some feather. There is my feather. And I can drop some of these bags. Because I have now the powerful bag of holding in my possession. So just let's take gold. So this is empty now. No ingredients. I could keep ingredients here. Just to make things faster. This is empty. I think I will take this one and put it here because I don't really need it anymore. with this. So what to keep? Ingredients here. But it's already full, so you cannot really have a lot of ingredients here. So let's do this thing. And I will just use the bag of honey. But I also want to place some alchemy equipment. So calcinator. Okay, and this one. And finally mortar and pestle. Okay, so I should be ready for, and just to show you what happens if you try to put one of the new container by grade 7 inside another container. A container is inside another container, and you are punished by these nasty spells absorbing your stamina, and you cannot really move, and so you have to put your container away. Problem is, sometimes finding the thing you have to move out from a container is not so something you realize easily at first, so pay attention. Don't put Greatness 7 recently modded container inside other container, because bad things happen. Okay, so I will just put away this crate somewhere else. It's a big crate. For now, put it here and try to make some alchemy, because we need money. So let's get ingredients. Then use my restore fatigue and be ready to do some alchemy here. I could use some more intelligence, so there should be something like this arcane well, but already use it. So not much I can do. I have some potion maybe. Not really much. Okay, let's do it. Potions, potions. My website, I think you should have a link. It's a bit of test.altervista.net, but usually in the comment of the YouTube videos you can find a link to the Morrowind mod list, and from there you can find a direct link to my site. That's probably the easy way to, or probably there's also a link from the video, I think, video comment to my site. It's there's some link in one place or the other you find a link. Another thing that I like to show every now and then when Shiayu is doing some alchemy work is the mod by Graded 7, which is the alchemy filter mod, which is really nice to use. You can usually associate one key, which I never remember, but I think it's the right control key. Yes, by default. If you press the key, you can do some filtering, so it's easier to find the proper ingredients based on your alchemy knowledge. So this is an important thing. The mod is not something you can use to cheat, because you can see the alchemy combinations that you can see in normal game, nothing more, nothing less, but you can see them, apply them automatically. So for instance, I will just clear the filters, then press the right control key again and apply filters for some kind of potions I want to try to do. So for instance, I want to do some alteration potions, feather effect. Oh, and I did just crash. So this may happen in the worst moment. Maybe some kind of little conflict. It's true that the Morrowind script extender is more easily crashed than probably standard mods, but usually it happens when you change your loading order a lot, like I do. And so every now and then, using one of the modes based on the Morrowind scripts extender can crash a little more easily, I think. I'm not really sure about it, but I think I had crashes with this mod or other mods using Morrowind scripts are standard mostly when I did move mods around. Usually I think you can just reload or save, and probably it will crash no more, hopefully. And the problem with a big loading list is that it takes some minutes to reload your game, but it's a way to take a look at these nice splash screens. Many of them are from the dedicated pages to Morrowind that you can find in sites like DeviantArt, I think. A lot of screenshots or splash screens come from there. It's really a place where you can find a lot of Morrowind fun, heart, and some of them are really great. So it's easy to get this kind of images and do your personal splash screen. You just have to convert the image to the TAGA format, TGA format. You just have to remember that you must resize the image so it's a square, perfect square. So for instance 1024 points, both in both dimensions, both the vertical and horizontal dimensions, because that's a format that you must use for the Morrowind splash screens, because the game will reconstruct the proper proportions of the image, but you must save in this format. So you must use 1024 for both dimensions, or you can use, for instance, 2048, but you cannot do two different sizes, else the image will not work very well. Anyway, back to our... I think this time I will just put my alchemy equipment in a different place, like a sort of anti-crash measure, just to see if I'm able to do this thing without crashing. But I need to get this open first. So it's really not the same thing to have a game with containers already present in the game, but it's a little clunky. But still better than having none. So maybe it's easy to keep the window open. Right. Well, I will just put it there. And so let me check. These are placed. I will save. and get all the ingredients here. Close, save again. And cross fingers, because now say never. The mage ring. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to crash another time, so maybe better not to use that mod for now until I reload from restarting a game. Anyway, I need to do some feather potions. But I need more ingredients for this. Hopefully some of them are here. Right. Okay. So for the potion we need sugar. This is an ingredient from a Morrowind crafting, I think. Very useful for feather potions. And we have not much. Raw cliff racer's meat. Not very lucky with these ingredients. Oh, this one. This one. And I think I could use also some potion for persuasion and restore health. Oh, but we have also a drain fatigue. Not good. I'm mixing a little randomly here. So this and this. Oh crap, not lucky. Also some marshmallow we could use, but this mumia has a bad drain fatigue effect. It's not really so effective. I was hoping for a better result. I need salt rice. And finally we managed to improve one of the skills, but probably it's enough for now. Okay, just sell this thing. And put a lot of things away. Let's check some ingredients.
What's it? Oh.
And then we will try books. And the bag of holding really is something I appreciate a lot. Right. Please move. Okay, so we can
3 blessings, Sarah.
try and sell also this shield. Where did I put it? And this robe, this one. Oh, here is the spell I want to buy, but oh, it costs all my money, but it's worth it. And let's talk with. Can you move? Thank you. Let's talk with Galbidur. Or Galbadur, I don't know very well how to say it, but finally we can sell this thing. And I think that's it for now. So what I wanted was that open spell, because it's going to be pretty useful for all those closed doors. And it's late at night, so oh, we have also this nice cuirass. I could give it to my friend here. And get this.
Three blessings, Sarah.
Oh, I have also this thing. So she is already all the night with this sexy outfit. And let's sleep for 4 hours. And we are
So,
ready for another day. So I did not find this Popouye ashes, but or bones, I don't remember, but we have a new very useful magic, the open spell. We could also try and sell some potion to our friend Ajira. Okay. So what to do now? I think I must do one thing before forgetting it. Go and see if the orc we escorted to Balmora last day is still here. because I'm not sure the quest is expecting the orc to disappear. It's one of the quests from the mod of the week. Oh, it's raining. One of the quests
Yes, sir.
from the mod of the week mod series was escorting an orc from Caldera to Balmora, but I had the orc added to my companion list using the Malayan teleportation mod, and I forgot to remove these reds. Annoying. I forgot to remove the orc from the teleportation list, so let's see if the orc has disappeared or not. Okay, so she's no more here. That's good.
There is someone watching me.
We have this nice lady playing the lute as usual, under the rain also. And this one is she's washing the floor under the rain, which is something strange, but maybe she is trying to fix things. I have also a different version. I'm trying a different version of the Velities Balmora 3, processing them with the script by Raven 7 to some sort of mesh optimizing, and well, I think they not look bad. They don't look bad in the Bitter Coast or near Sidanin, but
go ahead. I'm listening.
Here in Balmora, when there are more sparse trees, I think you notice too much that the leaves are no more moving parallel to the playa. They are no more.
Do you need something?
How they are called technically, I don't remember. But it's when a mesh always is turning around, so they are parallel. 90 degrees to the player view, so you always see them that way, and using this tool is by default is removing, compacting the mesh, but they don't work anymore like in the original tree. So all in all, I think I will revert back these changes, because probably you gain a couple of frame rate units, but they are not really nice to see from behind the tree, and well, you can't have everything. This is one kind of mesh which probably doesn't work well if you can see things from behind the tree. But there are cases where the script work much better. So I think I have also some Thieves Guild, Fighters Guild quest here. Yes, I have a quest to do nearby. Oh, I hope to be still here for some here, but when I will know more here, well, it's not a bad way to be remembered for my mods, I think. In a very long time, hopefully. And so I think I will just take a look at this egg mine for now. Because I don't follow some plot. I talk about mods and then I think, oh, I should go there, oh, I should do this, oh, I should show you this thing. And I really like this this Razini. She's probably working for the lady here. The lady who is serving food and walking here, but well, not people eating because it's raining probably, or it's early in the morning. And this is another boat that's really atmospheric. Bonner and Run. Oh, and I have also bad people to kill, I think. And business to do. So, oh, this one was so I think I will try and do this quest for the Fighters Guild. Now that I have this nice bag of holding. I never remember the name. So Constance is sort of following. Oh, and I could also get some flowers. And as you can see, also my MCA companion here, every now and then, is needing
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
some resetting to her EI scripts, but it's easier to do with this kind of script. Because usually I can tell her to shoot her weapon, and after a couple of tries it works without using the game console.
What is it
Not
now?
perfect, but working a little more better. Because the script is more complex and doing, how can I say it, more recent, more modern things, so it works a little better, but still not perfect. Haha, And now the pack rat in me is really grabbing everything. Oh, and we are risking to be roasted by the fire. Oh, and we are roasting cork bark root. And this is something new I added to the Necessities of Morrowind mod, but we are too near to the fire, so it's a little risky. And I did the one, incredibly, still the one mod for Skyrim, doing the little same thing, adding fire damage to the fires in the game. It's not working perfectly because you can still sort of touch the fire even if you are not really so near to the fire, because it's sort of approximation of your distance from the fire. But also there's a problem that it doesn't work with all the new mods and so on, but still after all these years it is the one mod in Skyrim adding fire damage to the fires, and I think it's something incredible that no one did a better mod for Skyrim in all these years. It shows you how easier it is to do something like this in the Morrowind engine compared to Skyrim engine, where things are powerful but more complex. So this is the mine where we should find and kill these egg thieves or egg poachers. I don't know how to correctly say it. Egg poachers. They are called Civilo Otan and Dainila Valas. So we have this quest for the fighter guild. We must find and dispose of them.
So, where are you from?
And I would like to get one of these to check one thing, but maybe it's better to do when no one is seeing us. Not here.
Mo. Ixi. Anna.
Oh, Queen Slayer. Better be prepared.
Внимание! Говорит Москва. Слушайте Москву.
Affect Worthen Ra. Proacte. 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 Proacte.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Proacte.
I must pay attention to not kill that innocent miners
This is the end of you, Swit! There is no escape.
Hard to kill him this way.
Ulikna.
You chose the wrong body to mess with.
There are 1,000 hacking at the branches. No experience. To one, striking at the root.
So she's one of the egg poachers.
No experience. No experience.
And he is the other one.
No experience. Striking at the root.
And the cynic miner carrying this egg is from the Antares animation modes. So let's check.
Now you die!
Oh, we have some.
You're glowing.
I want to try and take one of these eggs. Not attacking me. That's good. Okay, so we did the quest. Probably. No journal entries. But quest is down because they were attacking, so they are probably.
So, where are you from?
About these egg poachers. This one can tell me something about them. No, they know
What is this about?
about them, but they don't know about them being dead. Okay, we did this quest, probably, and I don't really remember if we have anything to do nearby. So let's do I have this quest to go on with this quest, the Andrano Retribution. I remember in Algeron, I think. Oh, and this is the other mod. Yes, I think. Yes, the link is the one probably. Hi, Dane. Dane. Yes, that's probably the easiest thing to do. If you go to the YouTube page, you find all the links on the site, on the mod list, on everything I'm doing for Morrowind, and so it's easier from there. I have not really good information on Twitch. Because I don't really know how to write these things there, and I have sort of automatic setup from YouTube. So when I'm streaming, automatically the same comment and the same links are added to the video. So for me it's easier this way, but I'm not really expert with Twitch. I just stream there because it's a plugin which is streaming, but I really prefer YouTube for the reason that YouTube is not erasing the videos after a short time. So if people want to look for a particular mod or look for something in all videos, they can do it, while Twitch is very good for streaming. But if you want to look for something older, to look a particular mod in a particular playthrough, it's hard for people. It should. Yes, that's the one. Both nicknames were used, I think, so I have to use something including both of them. And I think this is the mod I was talking before about the really great things done in the latest Morrowind Modding Madness. There are a lot of mods I have installed from this season, and I tried so far a couple of them, and really they will be a great thing to stream, I think. Problem is maybe my character is still a little low level for doing finish the mod, but I think we could try and start it and go on just a little. So we are nearby the not far from the place where, oh sorry, not this one, it's this one, expedition to Mztuan. We just started the quest in Caldera, and we talked with Flimdar, which is this Argonian, strange Argonian scavenger, I think, and he's waiting for us in his shack, which should be not far from here. So I think we can just head there and see what happens. I don't think I will finish the quest soon, but we can just go a little more with it. We could also try and cross the hills here. Oh, and Xiaoyu, as usual, is quite interested in alchemy ingredients, so let's get them. especially ingredients to do some feather potions and restore health and fatigue, the usual things. Oh, and I will take a look also at these trees processed by the mesh improvement script. As you can see, it's not bad here in the Bitter Coast, because there are a lot of trees, one near the other, so you don't really notice much that the leaves are no more moving with the player. It's more noticeable near Balmora. But all in all, I think I will get back the old trees, because really it's not so drastic improvement in frame rate. Actually, I have moved all them, but I think the Goblin Lab, maybe I also released it, I'm not sure about it. The problem is always the same, you have a hard time contacting the modders. It's nearly impossible with all mods. Anyway, we are here. This should be the place where Flinda is living. So one thing I think it's better to do, if you have companions, just tell them to stay.
What do you want with me?
Out, because the place is really small. So we can meet somewhere, or I can tell her to stay outside. That's nice. That's something, one option that is nice to have, and I don't think Constance can do something like this. Not sure about it. Let's see. Follow. Oh, I can tell her to wait here, but she has not stay outside local variable set, so you cannot do. I could add it to her, I think, easily, because every now and then this is something nice to have. No, if there's, I will check it, because I think I've never officially released that thing, but probably I did in some forum for someone who did ask for it, but I remember to have it moved, so I could take a look. Eventually try to, if you are interested, try to PM me, give me, send me an email or something like this. It's very easy to contact me. If I have the mod somewhere, I can give you a link. But I cannot really publish these mods without looking for permission, which is something a little difficult with these autos, because they are long gone probably. So what I was doing, yes, telling Constance to wait here. Follow, stay here please. Oh, she wants to have a chat. Well, wait here for now. Right, now we can have a chat. Oh, do you remember I told you about that weird not family back in Wayrest, where I was a kitchen maid before I went to Vodafone? I think you told me that you didn't get along with that family very well. The man in the house was a nasty jerk that master used to give me eyes. And so, what happened? I used a very good trick on him, one of the many useful things Yana has told me. And this sounds interesting. It was not some kind of new fighting technique. I used a spell on him, a really good one. I'm not really sure that I still remember it though. Oh come on, I'm sure you'll remember if you give it a try. I have a feeling this spell could be useful. Now, if I could just remember how to cast it, it could really be useful during a fight. Ah, now I remember. How about this? Uh-oh. And she's too... I think she is supposed to cast a spell, but I just told her to not follow, and maybe this is stopping her from casting the spell, maybe, or maybe not, I don't really know. But for now I was trying to keep my companion out of the shack, the small shack of Flindar, and I must not forget about removing them from my list of automatic teleportation, because else they will follow me inside, teleported by the Malayan script in the background. So I will tell the script to move my companions only if they are following. But I think even this way this companion will be teleported. So better tell her also
You have a
to
question?
stay. Well, let's put this again and tell her to not follow anyone. Wait right here, because else the teleportation script will
What do
teleport
you want, Outlander?
them, which is something I want to avoid now, because as you can see, the shack where Flindar is living is not exactly big. And so, let's see, how can we go on with this strange Argonian? Hey, you made it, home
I
sweet
met
home.
Flimdar at his house in Laod, and he has begun giving me magical tests. Once I pass them, I'll be ready for his mission. His house is filled with Tmur paraphernalia. It seems he's quite obsessed with them.
So as you can see, this shack is not really far from Balmora, if you can cut the way through the hills. And we are going to do some tests. And we need magic, so this quest is particularly how can I say it?
For his first test, Flimdar simply wishes for me to stand on the Tmur scale in the corner, while naked. Once all 4 buttons on it are pressed, it will be done scaling my weight. Curiously, according to Flimdar, it doesn't matter which order I press the buttons in. I wonder how this machine actually works.
And no, you will never know by me if technically the fact that you have to be completely naked to do the quest is something technically needed by the mod or something that the authors enjoyed making the player do. But anyway, we must do this thing to be able to go on with the quest, so I hope this will not make me receive some kind of remark from people. I will try to show but I need some more strength, probably. I think I have to put away everything, and well, let's try and go. Cannot move. Yes, I can. Also, I think I must look at that flashing thing. Maybe touch it. Okay, now I can. I see the castle. Okay, so what now? How we came into the world. You know, you must respect way of thinking. It's a little strange maybe for us European to think about oh, we did it.
I've finished scaling myself on Flimdar's contraption.
Oh, so sure you can. Oh, hopefully. I have a feeling this streaming will be one of the most followed. Instead of my usual 5 people, I will have a lot more. So now we did the quest. Look at these goggles. Very, how can I say it? Very dreamerish. You've still got a few more tests. So this test was the first one, not really so difficult, but jokes apart, there's are technical reason why the mod is asking you to remove all your cloths. I'm not very sure that everything is needed to be put out, but maybe there are reasons, or maybe it's some kind of joke. But anyway, you have to do this to go on with the quest, and so we need also to do some more tests to prove to Flimdar that we are capable mages. Okay, so alright. Might I say you look good in the nude, not in a sexual way, at the beauty of the Awubi skin away, kind of way, right? Okay, so I will try to go on with this. I'm not sure Shiaryu is believing him, but are you done? I'm sure you do too. What's the next test are going? And Shiaryu will answer number 2. I'm sure about it. Alright, let's see. I need to know if you can fly. A few days ago I accidentally stuck my Dwemer throwing knife into the top of the tree outside. I need you to fly up and get it for me. You got that? I have a feeling that you're just having me do chores. Alright, I think this is a legit test for a mage, because a real mage must be able to.
Flimdar's next task is for me to fly up into one of the trees near his shack to find a Dwemer dart that he accidentally stuck in the top of one.
Yes, a real mage must be able to levitate. Use levitation and levitate. So let's get out of here. Oh, what a nice day. And the real problem is, where could this tree be? And I've seen comments about the mod of people asking, I cannot find this thing, but really, if you stop with this quest, I don't know what can you expect from the rest of the puzzles in the mod, but really, you just have to look for the different tree, because this is particularly easy if you are using, like most people, a tree replacer, because all the other trees will be different, much different. But also using vanilla trees, you should be able to find the right one easily. That is probably this one, and we need levitation probably to be able to reach this Dedrick thing. So
Arthur Worthen Rock. Arthur Worthen Rock.
Why I'm failing?
Arthur Worthen Rock.
And here it is, as you can see, not hard at all. It's not really a knife, it's a dart, but maybe Flinda did not remember well. It must be there from a lot of time. So we got our first magic test. Hopefully done. So we have this nice Dwemer dart for you, and let's talk about this test. Oh, there it is. Good walk. Looks like you can fly. Okay, right. For the next test, right? How about...
After I brought the dart back to him, he gave me another test. He wishes for me to use my magic to find a key that he lost somewhere around the shack.
And this is another typical test for the mage, but that could be also done from different kind of character. This is the good things about Morrowind. There are spells, there are scrolls, there are magic items you can use if you cannot really cast. But there's a but. Probably some of the quests really need some magic casting. But this one, I think you just need a simple ring like the useful Hawkshaw ring that we already used a lot, because that's very simple to do. A very cheap ring allowing you to look for keys, and we should be not far from it. Oh, it will be well hidden probably, but it should be not so far from here. Maybe I'm moving too fast. Feeling it should be under this wood, but maybe from a different point of view it's easier. Oh, it was hidden under this muck shower, and here it is. I think there's a mod which is adding a thing like if you want to gather some muck, you have to use a muck shovel. It's not a bad idea, but maybe it's a little annoying to have always a muck shovel just to get some muck. Maybe something like you can use a muck shovel if you want to just role play sort every now and then, but it's something not really that you must do, and it could be nice to have. I have something like this with the alt mod and the remove bury corpses mod, something like this. So if you have a shovel, you can use it to bury corpses that you cannot normally dispose of. But if you don't have the shovel, you can just press the alt key and do the same thing. So every now and then you can use the shovel, but you are not forced to do it. And we have the key, so let's talk about the test.
I found the key and returned it to Flimdar. Now he wants me to make his Flynn cold with frost spells.
Found it, and so we are good mage, but next one you're going to have to prove to me that you can cast. Oh, there's a typo here. You can't cast what? I will just take a note. BC. Click Flindar. BC. Kun test cast. So maybe next time I will remember this thing. Oh well, okay, next one you're going to have to prove and make real chili. Okay, and that's... You see that thing over there on the desk? Freeze them up for me, will ya? So we must cast some freezing spell, and I'm not sure we have them. So let's see. Oh, we have frostbite, should do. I don't know, I really like this kind of immersion, but there are times which you don't have really the time or the mood to do things like this. So maybe for things that you do often, like mining, requiring a shovel is something I also have added to, for instance, to Morrowind crafting. So you have actually to swing your mine to your pick to mine something, but maybe not for everything. But all in all, yes, there are little things that increase your immersion. Also, I think there's the, how is it called? The Morrowind animated containers is adding a script to the... I'm not sure that's a one mod, but that's a mod which is adding uh, the need to have some kind of short blade, a dagger, to be able to open your how are they called? Sorry, my English is really bad. The containers where the pills are called. I don't remember. The shells. Collops. I could not remember the right word. The collops, you need a blade, and this is a nice touch, really. All in all, I think they are nice if you play slow and don't want to really do a lot of quests. But we need now to use this spell and try to freeze these borders here. So let's see what happens. Wow, it worked. And this is great scripting, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the effect on the bottle.
I've frosted all 4 of Flimdar's Flynn. Now to see what other menial tasks he wants me to do.
This is great scripting, advanced scripting, possible using the Morrowind script standard, something that Open Morrowind people will have to wait a little more time to play. Anyway, we did this quest and we have more tests to do. Hey, they are all cold. I might want to keep you around after the expedition, Xiaoyu-san. That's solid work, really quality right there. Yeah. Ooh, let's see next test. How many more tests are there? A few. Wait, never mind. This is the last one, right? So, next test. This will be test 7. I don't know, I'm not keeping track anymore. Okay, as this big Dwemer cog outside of the shack. I need you to move it. I got too tired dragging it, Xiaoyu-san. It's too heavy. I drag it 2 miles from the Dwemer ruin. I dragged and dragged until I couldn't drag it anymore. Now I just get sad looking at it. You need me to move a heavy cog? How does that involve magic? It must be a really heavy cog. So we need a special spell. Light as a feather. How heavy is it exactly?
Flimdar seems to have been emotionally traumatized by the Dwemer cog outside. He wants me to cast a feather spell on it so that it can be moved into his backyard.
And so we have the first example of something it's really hard or impossible to do if you don't really play with a mage mentality. And I think I'm not ready to do something like this, because this is some kind of use of the Morrowind magic that you never use commonly. Applying a feather effect on something as something different than the player. We must apply a feather effect to this Dwemer cog. And I don't think Xiaoyu has a spell like this, so we must do something, able to cast the spell. And I think, if I remember correctly, while looking at the scripting code, you cannot really use some enchantment. For instance, enchant a ring with the feather spell on touch or things like this. You must use a spell. So probably we must learn a new spell before being able to do this. And one important thing is, if you downloaded the mod before the very latest version and you did update your Morrowind scripting extender with the very latest version by Merzatfor, this part of the mod is no more compatible. You will not be able to use the spell. It took me a while to realize this, and the problem has been already solved. So if you have the more recent version of both the Morrowind scripting extender and Morrowind scripting extender alpha, which is required by the mod anyway, and the more recent version of the mod just released since a couple of days, everything works as expected. But if one of the versions is not the same, so if you have an older version of the mod or an older version of the Morrowind scripting extender, you will have problems with this quest. So I recommend you to update everything if you want to play the quest. And if you have problem here when you try to use the correct spell and the mod is not working, well, it's probably this is the reason why. The mod is, let me check the expedition to don't ask me to read this thing, Mzaltwand, one of the mods released I think in the latest Morrowind modding Madness contest. You find it on Nexus, and it's really also technically a great mod. There are really incredible things inside. I don't want to spoil it for now, but there's also a great review by Dark Elf Guy as usual in his channel, but there are really technically some things you never seen in Morrowind so far. Okay, so we need to learn this spell, so probably the best way to do this is just to go back to Balmora. Let me check. I think we could teleport there. Let's try this thing, but I want to save. Actually, Aryu is also a little hungry. So we need a special feather magic effect. Hello. Do I have something for you? Maybe. Yes, I have some lollipops for children. Hello Yandus, how are you? I'm Yandus, I'm a wood elf child. Who are you? I am... oh, I cannot say, but we can talk about toys and candies. I love them, and I have no candies, but I have lollipops. I'm sorry, madam, but my mother says that I cannot accept any gifts from strangers. So, as you can see, these children are well behaved and they don't get candies from unknown people. You must really talk with them. And then, after a few times, they see you are...
You've got the better of me, so go ahead.
...a good adventurer. They will probably get your candies. And another girl playing here. But we are here mostly to get this new spell.
There are many creatures beyond the cities.
And also back to the Fighters Guild.
Head on.
So we can talk about these egg poachers. Oh, how nice. This fire eye. You get both of them, good. More orders. We have a contract from the Caldera Mining Company.
I reported taking care of the egg poachers at Shulk Egg Mine, and Edie's Fire Eye paid me 100 gold, and gave me some extra potions.
I'm not sure I can do this quest now because that's the Caldera Mine expansion mod, which is probably having one quest involving those Talvani agents. So I'm not sure I want to kill them.
I'm to find and kill 4 Talvani agents responsible for thefts and disappearances at the Caldera mine. Their names are Alanu Arolen, Sathazan Arothran, Fatina Hirothran, and Alvileg. They're hiding in a cave in the hills south of Caldera mine, and they probably have a lookout posted outside the mine. When the 4 agents are dead, report back to Edie's Fire Eye.
So we have this standard Morrowind quest, which is requiring to kill these Talvani agents, and I think I'm already also at Talvani. Yes, so normally I would have no problem doing the quest, but I don't know, I want to wait to doing this quest after deciding or stumbling into the part of the quest added by this mod in Caldera. So for now I think I will not try to do this quest for the Fighters Guild. Anyway, we got our 100 gold from Edie's Fire Eye, and now we can look for some special feather spell. So he's selling what? feather and he's not teaching how to do new spells. I think she's able to teach new spells, but oh, great. So we already know the feather or not? Oh, we must learn also the standard feather spell. Lot of money. So we need about not more money for the feather spell and also some more money to learn the special version to be able to move the cogs. So must find money. We need to sell something. So not the dreamer thing, because we have a mod which is making selling dreamer things much risky. This is one question I have a lot. I really don't know exactly. You can think about 300 or 400 mods. A lot of them are matched, obviously. But yes, I think they are surely more than 300. Probably 400 or things like this. I think the whole folder is just the mods is about I mean with no resources, just the ESP and the ESM is more than half a gigabyte, so they are many. I don't know, it's just a matter to load some cells at a time. The game is loading just the part of the world where you are, and it's a matter to go and drink one coffee while you reload, because it takes a couple of minutes just to reload. But I think it's worth. If you love the mods, you just really love to see what people is adding. And also it's some kind of, for me it's a kind of, how can I say it? I want to be able to see how much I'm able to make this thing work, and so far it is working well enough. Yes, I can definitely keep the music a little less powerful. It's not easy for me to really have an idea how the voice is, voice level is compared to the music, because if I try to listen to my voice inside the headphones, I have some problem with Larsen effects and things like this, because these are not really closed headphones, so I cannot really hear my voice while talking, and so it's not easy to have a perfect voice level. But if you tell me every now and then if music is too high, usually I can just lower the level. Also, the music level is not really uniform, because there are very different kind of music, and so every now and then one song is a little louder. Yes, I know, but just tell me and I will try and fix things. Anyway, we need some money, because we must buy spats. So, what could shall you sell? Yeah, I try to fix it, because music is... I did something unexpected. Oh, this is one thing that I really don't understand why. From the Balmora Mages Guild, I am teleported here in Moonhold.
It's fine with me.
It's a mystery of Morrowind which I did not discover yet. I think it's related to some loading doors, which is...
May all speak well of you, Sarah.
Which is linking Moonhold with other places in Vanderfell, which is something was not present in the standard game, but I still have to discover what mod is doing this. And so for now, every now and then I am teleported in places. Oh, but we are here, and maybe... Let me check one thing. Just to know. I have no money, but I like to know if I can buy powerful spells here. Yes, I can. Good to know.
If a few words can help, I'd be happy to talk.
Justice never sleeps.
And as we are here, I usually try to show
Good for the Empire.
This
Good
very nice and scenic roads. Which is adding, ladies and gentlemen, real doors between the cantons. And this is a fantastic mod by Grandin 7 and London Rook.
Be quick, and I shall see.
It needs the Morrowind scripting extender, but when you are crossing the door, you not only are able to see the other cantons, but I'm not Russian. I don't think my terrible English has a Russian accent, but I'm from Italy, and I think it's more similar to the French way of speaking. I think Italian is more similar. Vampire realism. I don't know, I still have to find what the mod is, but I'm sure it's something related to the doors. I've already disabled the doors which were directly linking Moonhold with the exteriors, with the exterior of Time of Rebuild, but it's not the one, because now it's not a real door, it's scripted, and so it must be some other mods adding something like that. I tried also looking for door destination using some test-free command script, but so far it's not something I've been able to find. Can I go this way? I wanted to try this thing. It's not time rebuild because I already removed the direct link between this plaza and the timer rebuild exterior. So the big door of Simakus here, I think they are called, are working, but they are working with the same script which is used by the Greatness 7 and London Rook mod. So it's something scripted which is should not cause the problem of the teleportation. So I don't know. It's something related with this, I'm sure about it, but I don't know really what mod is doing this. Maybe there's more than one. Let me check. I think it could work. So in theory the same script which is moving the player in other cantons should work with this door. Let's see what happens. I may crash. So you don't have to activate the door as usual, you just touch it and you are using the door. Maybe it's this one. No. Same script, as you can see. I don't touch the door, it's working like this. And this is the beautiful Alma Alexia current version by Nimon, which will be probably removed from the mod when a new version is done. And I think this is a pity because really frame rate is not so terrible here. I have used the Greatness 7 mesh optimization script with the meshes, so maybe also this is helping, but really thinking about all this beauty discarded is really something not nice. But maybe we will see what happens with the city when the new version is available. But I will keep a copy of this version because I really like it a lot. It's really grand. It's something worth exploring. Oh, you never see timer rebuild, even parts already released, already working with quests and so on? Well, don't wait, because the Talvani part, the eastern part of the mod is working well enough. There are quests, there are a lot of things to do, and really it is perfectly playable and it's a great experience. So I don't think it's really you have to wait to play it. This part, which is still in a work in progress, maybe if you don't like to have some part not working, you can skip it for now. But personally, I think everybody should give a try to the part, to the timer preview part, just to see things that maybe in the future will be removed from the mod because they are, for instance, like this city, because they are too big and a little heavy on frame rate and not, how can I say it, not aligned to the current ideal vision of the mod, which changed over time. And so this city is going to be scrapped for a slightly, probably a smaller version. And so if you don't play it, if you don't take a look at it now, you risk to never be able to see it. So I think you can just fire a new game and use maybe some mod to start at a higher level and just explore, because really it's a great mod to see. Even without NPCs, and just to see how the architecture and how grand it is, because it's really a big city. You really get lost here, especially if you're down, because we are top 8 here, so we can see a lot of the city. But when you're down in the streets, you really it's not so easy to find your way. And this is the beauty of this city, I think, because you easily get lost. It reminds me a lot of Venice. I live near Venice, and some of the channels in the city are really reminding me of Venice. Well, not only because there are gondolas, but because it feels so... Oh, I can't get... Okay, so we did this little unexpected trip to Moon Old, and here with Alexia City. But really, and this tree replaces is not really perfect for this tree, but minor things. I will not take a note about it, because I don't want to try and fix things here. And Xiaoyu is hungry, so we need to eat something. And I think it's time also to stop this streaming, because my voice is really abandoning, how can I say it, me, and also I think it's too long to watch, so I will just eat something and maybe see you next time. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.